Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Joshua's Poetry. If you're new here, my name is Joshua Nagel, and this is where I share my poetry and all my breakdowns. Now, like I said, if you're new here, I'm going to be breaking these two poems down here, stanza by stanza. Now, they're called Happiness. One of them is going to be a regular poem, and the other one is going to be a spoken word. Oh, as always, if you would like to follow along, feel free, and let's get started. There's happiness waiting in the world, and laughter that drifts through midnight air, and quiet moments, soft and warm, and friends who stay, and love that cares. When life goes heavy, don't forget your voice is strong, your circle is near. A family's hug, a friend's kind ear. Speak up your truth, release your fear. Always ask yourself, what makes me happy? And hold that question like a flame. But who you are, no mask, no chain. No other path should stake its claim. Your joy may not make sense to all, but let it shine without disguise. When noise dissolves, you stand more tall, your spirit calm beneath wide skies. If if thoughts feel trapped, then set them free. Pour them to paper, let them flow. Your voice belongs to you alone. Your dreams take root, your courage grows. Always ask yourself, what makes me happy? And guard that answer like a prayer. A notebook's page, a brush, a song, a breath of peace from life's cold stare. Your happiness is yours to choose, your gift to nurture, share, and keep. So claim the moments, small and true, the ones that warm you in your sleep. You deserve nothing less than this. A life that lights you from within. So ask again and choose your bliss. Again, 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 begin. Okay, now on to the next poem. This is my spoken word. There's so much happiness in this world. If you just stop and look for it, it hides in the tiny moments, the sparks, the belly laughs with friends, the late nights talking about nothing and everything, or just sinking into the couch, remote in hand, heart at ease. And when life feels heavy, don't forget you're not alone. Your family, your friends, your circle is your safety net. Speak up, speak your truth. I know it's not always easy, but your voice is meant to be heard. Sometimes the family you choose becomes the strongest lifeline you have. So lean in, open up, let those words lift the weight off your chest. Maybe that conversation will pull you even closer together. And always ask yourself, what makes me happy? Put that happiness first. Guard it, nurture it, stay true to who you are. Raw, real, unfiltered. Don't shrink yourself it to fit someone else's frame. There will be bumps, there will be noise, but if you hold tight to what lights you up inside, you'll make it through. Louder, brighter, freer than before. What makes you happy doesn't need to make sense to anyone else. When you block out the static, you find your calm. Your breath comes easier. Your heart races less. If you're scared to speak your dreams, write them down, type them out, pour them into pages, like I'm doing right now. See your truth on paper. Feel your heart in ink. Always ask yourself, what makes me happy? Let that question be your anchor. When the world tries to drown you in noise, don't worry about likes. This is for you. Some fine peace in a journal. In others in sketches, scribbles, lines that spill. All of the chaos out of their minds. Whatever your outlet is, let it be your breath, your exhale, your calm. Because happiness is yours to claim. Your right, your power. So keep choosing it over and over again, in every moment, in every breath. You deserve nothing less. Okay, now let's start from the top and breaking down my regular poem here. So this first stanza is about recognizing that happiness isn't something huge or unreachable. It lives in small moments, like the laughter at night, the quiet warmth, friendships that last, love that shows up. I wanted to set the tone right away that happiness already exists. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to notice it. You need to notice it. Now this next stanza focuses on support and voice. When life feels heavy, the reminder here is that you're not meant to carry everything alone. Your people, family, friends, they're there not to fix everything, but listen. Speaking your truth is an act of strength, even where it's uncomfortable. And his next stanza introduces the central question of the poem. What makes me happy? Like I repeat this question throughout this piece, as you notice, because it's grounding. It's something you can come book, come back to when things feel chaotic. This stanza is about more about authenticity, removing that mask, breaking change, and refusing to live by someone else's expectations. Now, in this fourth stanza, it represents release. Writing becomes a tool for freedom and a way to let trapped thoughts breathe. Your voice doesn't need permission. Like, and once it's on paper, your dreams start to feel real. And courage grows from that honesty. And then this brings me to this next stanza, stanza 6. I reiterate that same question, what makes me happy? This time it's about protection. Whatever gives you peace, writing, art, music, it deserves to be guarded. These outlets aren't hobbies, they're lifelines. Now, stanza number 7 is a reminder that happiness is a choice, even when it's hard. It's something you nurture, not something you wait for. Small moments matter. The ones that follow you into sleep are often the ones that mean the most. Now, in this final stanza, is all about reassurance. You deserve a life that lights you up from the inside. The repetition at the end, again, 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 emphasizes that happiness isn't a one-time decision. It's something you choose daily. Now let's move on to my break down my spoken word here. Now this first stanza here is more conversational. It reminds us that happiness hides in ordinary moments, laughter, late night talks, doing absolutely nothing. Spoken word lets this feel more personal, like a friend reminding you to slow down and breathe. And this kind of follows in into the next stanza. This leans into connection. When life is heavy, isolation makes it worse. Your voice matters even when it shakes. Speaking your truth isn't weakness, it's survival. And in this stanza, I talk about chosen family. Sometimes the people who save us aren't related by blood, but by trust. Opening up doesn't make you fragile, it strengthens bonds and lightens the emotional weight. And in stanza number four, it's about self-prioritizing, asking what makes you happy. It isn't selfish. It's necessary. You don't have to shrink or edit yourself to fit someone else's idea of who you should be. Now, stanza five represents that life isn't quiet. There are bumps, distractions, and chaos. But if you stay connected to what lights you up, you keep moving forward. Growth doesn't come quietly, it comes louder, brighter, and freer. And this next stanza, stanza six, emphasizes that happiness isn't personal. It doesn't need to be explained or justified. When you tune out external noise, your body feels it. Calmer breath, slower heart, clearer mind. And then stanza seven is where the vulnerability shows up. If saying your dreams out loud feels scary, writing becomes a bridge. Putting thoughts on paper makes it seem real. It's proof that your exist and matter. In this next stanza, stanza eight here, I'm returning to the core question. Likes, validation, attention, none of those things matter here. This is about finding peace in whatever form it takes for you. Words, sketches, chaos on a page. And now this final stanza, this brings it all together. Your outlet becomes your breath, your calm. Happiness isn't something you earn, it's something you claim. And choosing it again and again is an act of self-respect. Now, I hope you guys enjoy this. If it resonates with you, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.